All right, June 30th, 2017. Let's finish off the month. The month I started very rough. As you guys remember, I ended up getting big losses at the beginning of the month because of my traveling. But I don't want to use that as my excuse. But the problem was that I tried to make back my losses, and I ended up losing a lot more. So like I mentioned on yesterday's video, I just kind of got myself together, went back into the lab and just got my shit together. And I could say the past 3 days, and since I started my lab account with the WolfNet, have been green days, all green days. So let's finish off the month good, and let's start with my favorite play of the day, which is FINL. This is the finish line. Finish line. They had some earnings couple days ago. They gapped down, then they started to ramp up. They hit my alert. I think it was yesterday, and it came back to its golden ratio. Plus, if you can see this, the trend line, it's making a trend line to the downside. So I put it on my watch list last night, and I knew it was gonna fail this. I had, the 1481. I was gonna risk to about 1520, and early morning just had a big wick, and usually I put these green, these blue circles where I'm about to go in. So pre-market, I just pretty much say this is the area I want to go in. If it gets to this area, I'll short it. So you delete it now, but so it wicked up, and this is the 5 minute candle. Obviously, it wasn't enough time for me to get in, and I ended up playing this one off the bear flag from the open, and I went in here at 1452. I think I started to average around the open here. Went there, added more here. Then once I noticed it just couldn't get past this open, I ended up adding more. Um, I was patient with this one. I ended up covering down here for 1430. Reason being because it was the next Fibonacci, and there was some area of support. I think it was this area of support that I was looking at. Ended up dropping a lot more, 31, so another 15 cents. Obviously, I didn't catch the bottom again, but this one's for my boy Ben, right, Ben? We don't want that money. So that's finish line, and then the other one that I played was Cara. Seems like everybody was playing this one, and this one actually I was looking for it to come and test this pre-market high. Bad news, $19. This resistance level here, it's actually a strong resistance level. Let me pull up what I use for my prep work. I use TradingView for my prep work, and I noticed that here there was a nice resistance area. So, this is what I use when I prep for my watch list. Fibonacci, I ended up seeing that there was a strong resistance here, 1818. So I was ready to go short. The problem was I wasn't sure, how high it's going to go. So I ended up failing this open. It came in touch here. I played the bear flag off of this one here, and I covered to this Fibonacci down to 1722. And then after that, I just didn't want to play it anymore because it gave me a nice payday for the day. And I noticed when I was actually watching it here when it came and retested the VWAP, but I didn't want to bother with it too much. And TNX, chicken trade. Oh shit. Okay, guess I'm glad I got out. I ended up playing the bear flag here to this VWAP around 1976, and I ended up getting out like at 1950. But my share size was so small that the profit was very small, so it was pretty much a scratch trade. I wasn't patient enough. Problem being is that NTNX is it's known to have these big like this one here. I just just for knowing the way NTNX behaves, it makes these big candles, and that's the reason I was just kind of scared of trading this one. So NTNX pretty much a scratch trade. AAOI. This one, same thing. I was based on my watch list. AAOI. It's making a head and shoulders pattern on the daily. But I also noticed this downtrend here. So pre-market, I said it'll come and touch 62 to 63 area. Then I'll short it, and that's actually what it did. Came here to 62, 63 area. I ended up going short here and covered down to the VWAP. So that was a good play. Let's talk about the other two plays that I'm still in. Me and my boy Simon, RH. Shit, it's a chop fest, and it's actually draining me, mentally draining me. I ended up going short. I started my short position here. I think it was around this area, 64.80. I started to scale in, and then I added more. Then by the time it was getting to this parabolic dot, I was just expecting this to drop. It did drop 64.62. Just didn't drop enough. I thought it was going to come back to the open. And obviously, it's just a chop fest now, just hanging around the VWAP. The other play that I have still open is WTW. WTW, I ended up going short here, small position, then I covered here at the high. Came back in after it knocked down this parabolic dot. So I'm still in this play. My average is 32.06. I'm looking for this to come in and retest the VWAP 32.77 and close it out. If it comes and touches the open and bounces again, then I'll probably just get out for a stretch trade. Anyway, that's it. Those are my plays for today. I still have two open. I'm green. I guess I'm gonna finish the month on a winning streak, and let's keep it like that. All right, guys. Talk to you guys later.